Hi, I'm Emery. Everyone says my name sounds like some fancy jewelry designer, but it's just me, a 32-year-old single mom with perpetually smudged glasses and a calendar that's more highlighted than not. My son Noah is 7 and the absolute center of my universe, which is why I'm sitting in this sterile FBI field office with Agent Reeves, trying not to completely fall apart. Mrs. Carter, I need you to walk me through everything one more time, Agent Reeves said, her pen poised above a notepad. She had the kind of calm efficiency that should have been reassuring, but somehow just made my stomach twist tighter. It's Miss Carter. I've told you 3 times already. Diane, Noah's aunt, called last Friday saying she wanted to take Noah to see his grandmother in Ohio for the weekend. Said the old woman wasn't doing well. And you had no reason to suspect anything unusual about this request? Agent Reeves asked, her eyes never leaving her notepad. Diane's been part of Noah's life since he was born. She's my ex-husband's sister, but we've always gotten along. Even after Jeff and I split, she stayed close. I twisted the tissue in my hands. She's taken Noah overnight dozens of times. My phone buzzed. My best friend Marco again. I sent it to voicemail. And when did you realize something was wrong? Agent Reeves asked. Sunday night. They were supposed to be back by 6. When it hit 8, I called Diane's cell, straight to voicemail. Called Jeff, but he hadn't heard from her either. Then I called my former mother-in-law. Agent Reeves finally looked up. And? Meredith, that's Noah's grandmother, hadn't seen either of them. Didn't even know they were supposed to be visiting. That's when I called the police. My phone rang again. Marco wouldn't give up. I answered it this time. I'm at your place. Where are you? Marco's voice was tight with concern. FBI field office downtown. They've escalated it since Diane crossed state lines. State lines? What are you talking about? They pinged her phone in Illinois yesterday morning. Now they think she's heading west. West? Why would she? I don't know, Marco. My voice cracked. Agent Reeves looked up sharply. Sorry, I don't know. She's not answering calls. Noah's school keeps calling. I just can't make sense of any of this. I'm coming to you. Don't move. Agent Reeves closed her notebook. Miss Carter, I need to ask you something directly. Is there any chance your ex-brother-in-law could be involved? Jeff? No, he's as worried as I am. He's been calling everyone we know. Not your ex-husband. I mean Ryan Carter, Diane's other brother. The room seemed to tilt. Ryan? He's in California. He hasn't seen Noah in years. When was the last contact you had with Ryan Carter? 3 months ago. He called out of the blue asking about Noah, saying he wanted to reconnect. I shut it down fast. And why is that? Agent Reeves leaned forward. Because Ryan is the reason Jeff and I divorced. He's manipulative, dangerous, and there's a restraining order against him. What does Ryan have to do with any of this? Agent Reeves slid a photo across the table. It showed Diane at a gas station, Noah beside her, and in the driver's seat, a face I never wanted to see again. Security footage from Indiana yesterday. It appears Diane was taking Noah to his uncle, not his grandmother. The betrayal hit me like a physical blow. Diane had been helping Ryan all along. Marco arrived at the FBI office looking like he'd run the whole way, his normally perfect hair disheveled and his eyes wild. They think Ryan has Noah? He asked, dropping into the chair beside me. They don't think, they know. Diane's been helping him. All those times she took Noah for the weekend, she was probably feeding information to Ryan. But why now? Why actually take him? Agent Reeves returned with a thin file. We have reason to believe Ryan Carter was planning this for months. Miss Carter, when you said he called 3 months ago wanting to reconnect, that coincides with his release from a halfway house in Sacramento. Release? He was in prison? I gripped the armrests of my chair. 18 months for fraud and harassment. The restraining order you mentioned, was it related to threats against you and Noah? Yes. After Jeff and I split, Ryan became obsessed with Noah. Kept saying a boy needs his real family, whatever that means. He'd show up at our apartment unannounced. One night I found him in Noah's room just watching him sleep. Marco's face darkened. You never told me it was that bad. The restraining order was supposed to end it, I said. Jeff supported it too. He knows how Ryan is. My phone buzzed. A text from Jeff. Landing in Chicago in 20. Cops meeting me. Any news? Agent Reeves nodded to a colleague who entered with a tablet. We've got a hit on Diane's credit card. Gas station outside Des Moines 3 hours ago. Des Moines? They're headed to California, I said, a cold certainty settling in my stomach. That's our assessment too, Agent Reeves said. Ryan has an ex-girlfriend with property in Northern California. We're coordinating with state police along likely routes. I need to go home and pack. If you're tracking them to California, I'm going too. I stood up, hands trembling but determined. Miss Carter, I understand your urgency, but… Agent Reeves, that's my son. I'm going. A new agent entered, whispered something to Reeves, who straightened immediately. We just got a call from Noah's school. A teacher, Elaine Winters, has information about Diane's recent behavior. 20 minutes later, Elaine sat across from us, nervously twisting her wedding ring. I should have said something sooner, she began, voice shaking. Diane started volunteering in our classroom 2 months ago. I thought it was nice, family involvement and all that. But last week she was asking Noah strange questions during lunch. What kind of questions? I demanded. About whether he remembered California, if he missed his Uncle Ryan. Noah looked confused, told her he didn't really remember either. When I asked Diane about it later, she got defensive, said it was family business. Did you tell anyone about this? Agent Reeves asked. I mentioned it to the principal, but Diane was on your approved pickup list, so… Elaine trailed off, clearly feeling guilty. It's not your fault, I said automatically, though part of me wanted to scream. Marco leaned forward. Elaine, did Diane ever mention specific plans? Dates? Locations? Not to me, but… She hesitated. Noah told me yesterday that his Aunt Diane said they might go see the ocean. That they might be gone for a long time, but it was a special surprise for his mom. Agent Reeves's phone buzzed. Her expression changed as she read the message. Highway Patrol just spotted Diane's car at a rest stop in Nebraska. Local officers are moving in now. Did they see Noah? Is he okay? I was already grabbing my coat. They confirmed a child matching Noah's description was with them. We're setting up a video call with the officers on scene. As they prepared the call, Jeff texted again. Police say they found them. Is it true? I couldn't answer him yet. Not until I saw Noah with my own eyes. The video call connected to a Nebraska State Trooper's body camera. The rest stop was windswept and nearly empty except for Diane's blue Honda. My heart stopped when I saw Noah sitting on a bench, looking confused but unharmed. That's him, I choked out. That's my son. The trooper approached Diane first, who was standing protectively near Noah. Ryan was nowhere in sight. Ma'am, we need you to step away from the child, the trooper said. We're just traveling to see family, Diane responded, her voice artificially calm. Is there a problem, officer? Yes, ma'am, there is. We have reports this child has been taken across state lines without parental consent. Diane's face hardened. That's ridiculous. His mother knows exactly where we are. I couldn't contain myself. She's lying. Noah, baby, can you hear me? The trooper turned slightly so Noah could see the tablet screen. His face lit up. Mom, are you coming to the ocean too? No, sweetie. You're coming home. Where's your Uncle Ryan? Diane stepped between Noah and the camera. This is a misunderstanding. Ryan's just in the restroom. We have permission to… Show her the restraining order, I demanded to Agent Reeves, who nodded to someone off screen. The trooper received information through his earpiece. Ma'am, step away from the child now. There's an active restraining order against Ryan Carter. Ryan's changed, Diane insisted, her voice rising. He deserves to know his nephew. Emery's been keeping them apart out of spite. Noah looked increasingly frightened. Aunt Diane, why are you yelling? You said Mom knew about our trip. She does know, sweetie. She's just being difficult like always, Diane said through a forced smile. The bathroom door opened and Ryan emerged, freezing when he saw the officers. Ryan Carter? The trooper called. Stay where you are and put your hands where we can see them. Instead, Ryan bolted toward the car. 2 officers tackled him before he made it halfway. This is insane, Ryan shouted as they cuffed him. Diane, don't tell them anything. This is family business. Diane's face crumpled. Ryan, they know everything. It's over. It's not over. Noah belongs with us. Tell them, Noah. Tell them you want to come live with your uncle. Noah began crying, looking bewildered and scared. I want my mom. I want to go home. You ungrateful little... After everything I've done for you, Ryan spat, struggling against the officers. Get my son away from them, I shouted. The trooper guided Noah away as Diane sank onto the bench, head in her hands. This wasn't supposed to happen like this, she muttered. Ryan said you'd understand eventually, that Noah needed his father's family. Jeff is his father's family, I said coldly. And Jeff is landing in Chicago right now, just as worried as I am. You betrayed both of us. You don't understand. Ryan said, I don't care what Ryan said. You lied to my face and kidnapped my son. Agent Reeves interjected. Miss Carter, we're arranging to fly you to Nebraska immediately to reunite with Noah. The state police will keep him safe until you arrive. As they led Ryan to a patrol car, he locked eyes with the camera. This isn't over, Emery. A boy needs his real family. I am his real family, I replied, even though he couldn't hear me. And you'll never see him again. The fluorescent lights of the Nebraska police station made everything seem surreal, but Noah's arms around my neck felt wonderfully, solidly real. I thought we were going to see Grandma, he kept saying. Then we just kept driving and driving. I know, baby, it wasn't your fault. I couldn't stop touching his hair, his face, reassuring myself he was truly safe. Jeff paced nearby, having arrived an hour after me. I still can't believe Diane would do this. My own sister. She's always worshipped Ryan, I said. Even when we were married, she'd make excuses for him. State Prosecutor Lynn Weathers entered the room, tablet in hand. Miss Carter, Mr. Carter? We have some updates. Ryan and Diane Carter are being processed for charges of kidnapping across state lines and violation of a restraining order. Given the federal nature of the crime, they're facing significant time. Good, Jeff said firmly. I want the maximum charges. Both of them. I'm still trying to understand why, I said. Why now, after all this time? Lynn swiped through her notes. According to initial interviews, Ryan was planning to take Noah to California permanently. He had a job lined up, new identity documents for Noah, and enrollment papers for a school in Mendocino County. My blood ran cold. He was never planning to bring him back. No. And based on texts recovered from Diane's phone, she knew the full plan from the beginning. I trusted her, I whispered. All those weekends, those school visits. She was preparing Noah all along. Jeff sat down heavily. I should have seen it. Ryan called me too, about 2 months ago. Said he was changed, wanted to reconnect. You never told me that. I shut it down immediately, told him to respect the restraining order. Jeff ran a hand through his hair. I should have warned you he was circling again. Noah had fallen asleep against my side, exhausted from the ordeal. Agent Reeves entered with Marco, who had flown in on the next available flight. There's something you should see, Agent Reeves said, placing a folder on the table. We executed a search warrant on Ryan's storage unit in Sacramento. He had a wall dedicated to Noah. Photos, school records, even a detailed calendar of his activities. Oh my God, I breathed. There's more. He had journals outlining his plan going back over a year. The level of premeditation will strengthen the case significantly. 2 days later, I faced Diane across an interview room table. She looked smaller somehow, defeated. I'm sorry, she began. Ryan convinced me you were keeping Noah from his true family. That he deserved... Stop, I interrupted. I don't want your apology. I want you to understand what you've done. Noah trusted you. He loved you. And you betrayed that trust in the most horrific way possible. Emery, please. If you could just... No, there is no forgiveness here, Diane. Noah has nightmares now. He's afraid to go to school because he thinks someone will take him again. You did that to him. Ryan said it would be better for everyone in the long run. That Noah needed to be safe. He needed the adults in his life to protect him, not traumatize him. Tears streamed down Diane's face. Can I at least write to him someday, when he's older, to explain? Absolutely not. The restraining order now includes you. You will never contact my son again. 1 month later, Marco helped me carry the last boxes into our new house in a different school district. Noah was exploring the backyard, the trauma counselor's therapy dog trotting at his heels. Do you think he'll be okay? Marco asked, watching Noah through the window. The therapist says children are resilient. With time and support, he'll heal. I set down a box labeled kitchen. We all will. Jeff arrived with pizza and updates. Ryan's plea deal went through. 20 years, no possibility of parole for 15. Diane got 12. It doesn't feel like enough, I admitted. No, Jeff agreed. But it's something. And the permanent restraining orders are on file with every school and childcare facility in the county. Noah came running in, cheeks flushed with excitement about a treehouse possibility. As Jeff walked him back outside to inspect the tree, Marco squeezed my hand. You know, I was thinking about what you said, about rebuilding trust. Maybe this is the silver lining. Noah saw that when something terrible happened, the system worked. People believed you. They found him. Justice was served. I never wanted him to need that lesson, I said softly. No one does. But now he knows without a doubt that his mom will move heaven and earth to protect him. That's something, isn't it? Outside, Noah was laughing at something Jeff said, the sound carrying through the open window. It was the first real laugh I'd heard from him since the abduction. Yes, I said finally. That's everything. Have you ever had to rebuild trust after a betrayal? What does justice mean to you when forgiveness isn't an option? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that explore the complexities of family relationships.